everyone. What a great song by Hatchet. This song has a little bit of the kitchen sink in it. It's got great pentatonic blues licks. It's got a swing rhythm to it. Harmony guitars, great rhythm, or great leads. And these guys must have been on speed when they recorded it because they play it fast. So I'm going to go through this. I'll slow down the parts and show you. Of course, I've written this out in my notes, are linked below the video. Same with Riff Station, the software I use to figure this out and slow it down with. Okay, let's get to the lesson. So there's a lot going on in this song because we have three guitarists, okay? So I wrote this out basically for two or one. You can pick out whichever harmony part you want, but I wrote out both harmony parts that are in there. The first guitar is just going to start out vamping on an open 6th string. And he'll keep doing that while the other guitars come in. So again, you know, you just play it until you come in. You'll hear the drums, and then okay, so what they're doing, I've seen tab written out where 7/8 to 7. I don't think that's correct. I believe they're playing 7 on the, not the 5th string, but the 5th and 4th. So we got an A to B hammer on it. And then we're going to go to the D 2-note chord on the 4th and 3rd string. Then we're going to reference an E by just going up to the 4th and 3rd string on the 9th fret. And then slide that down. So that's the first time through. Then they'll come back in and just hit an E. And that's when you'll hear the first harmony guitar. And the first guitar will do this. Alright, so what I'm doing there is outlining an E chord on the bottom 3 strings. So I'm on the 7th fret, 1st string, then I'm going to hit the 2nd string at the 9th fret, 3rd string at the 9th fret. Then I'm going to take and go from the 10th fret on the 1st string up to 12. And there's some vibrato there. Okay, so that's the first harmony guitar. The other guitar is doing an E chord outline up at the 12th fret. So we have 1st and 2nd string at 12, 3rd string. Then we're going to slide up from 14 to 16. Okay, if I had 2 to do, I think that one would be the one I'd do as a single guitar because it just really kind of... Anyhow, alright, those are the 2 harmony guitars. Now, again, you'll hear the other guitar. And then you'll hear this lick. Alright, so basically what we're doing, open 6th string to the 3rd fret of the 6th string with a bend, and then striking the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Okay, and then we're going to do the same beginning, opened on the 6th string to 3rd bent, but then we're going to pull off to open. Then we'll hit 2 on the 4th, and back to 3 with a bend and release to open. Alright, so let me take both of those real slowly. Okay, so that's the bass lick, I call it, if you will, during that part. And then we'll hear the guitar one more time. Then this. Alright, so basically we're going from an E, D to a C sharp or D flat. So it's a down, up, down. And then what we're going to do, lift up and just go 5, 4 to 2 on the 5th string. And you're right there for the A. Okay, we'll talk about the swing rhythm next, which is really cool. But all right, so here's the swing rhythm, and I'll break it down for you. I'll take it in from the walk-in. Okay, so again, you've got 3 guitars doing 3 different things, but this one, and I'll give you an alternate way of playing this because they do the alternate way during the lead rhythm, okay? But let's talk about this swing rhythm because it's really cool. And I also noticed them playing it live. They never go up to the G with the 6th root. They're doing the G note. They're playing the notes on the 4th and 3rd string. So again, we'll go through this part. Okay, very slowly, I'll just go through this once. Alright, so what they're doing, again, they'll do that twice, then a G, then one more A. So this A starts out, we're just going to hit this A power chord, open 5th string, 2nd fret of the 4th. And you run a bar because you're going to catch that 2nd fret of the 3rd string after hitting the power chord. Then you're going to come to the 4th fret of the 4th string, back to the 2nd fret. Alright, so we have this so far. Then we come back to that 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and then 4th fret of the 4th string. So exaggerated, let's go through 2 and then I'll go into the G. Okay, so the G, basically we're going to hit that 3rd fret of the 6th string, open 3rd string to the 2nd fret, and then open on the 4th string. Then open 3rd again, back to 2 on 4. Okay, and then we're back into the A. So let me go through that rhythm again slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, again, you got 2 guitars in there, so let's talk about an alternate way to play this. Okay, so this alternate way to do it, and again, they'll do this in the rhythm, not these chords, but they'll do this rhythm, this swing rhythm, in the rhythm underneath the lead. But the way it's structured, and again, they play those notes that really stick out, but it's hitting the A power chord basically twice before you add on that 4th extension of the A chord, that 6th, okay? So we're going to be doing... Okay, that sounds real plain, but that gives it the swing feel. If you get that 1, 2, and then 1, 1, 2, 1, and then go to the G, 1, 2, 1, and back to your A, 1, 2, 1. Okay, so we have this. You can see how that rhythm really ties together. Now I understand why back in the 80s a bunch of chicks used to dance to this all the time. I'm like, man, this is a rockin' song. But it's that swing feel that they get in the rhythm. All right, so the verse, those 4 measures, A twice, G once, A once, will take you into the bridge. And man, this is a cool part. So again, this is played very fast. I'm going to give you a couple tips to help you play it quickly. It'll sound like this. So let's call this the bridge. So what we're doing there is hitting a B power chord. 2nd fret of the 5th string, 4th fret on the 4th and 3rd string. We're going to hit that power chord once and then the B note. That B note starts the lick, so you're in time. So what we'll do is hit that B note on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, hit the 4th fret sliding up to 6. Then we'll hit 4 to 6 on the 4th string to 4 on the 3rd. Then what we're going to do is this. So basically we're playing an E to a B to a D to an A. But we're just playing dyads. So we're playing the 3rd and 2nd string. So if we did that, we'd just be playing, again, the 4th fret of the 3rd string, 5th fret of the 2nd string twice. Take off that 5th fret and your 2nd string is at the 4th fret now. Twice there. Then we're going to move it back on, but move down a step. So we'll be at the 2nd fret and 3rd fret on the 3rd and 2nd string twice, and then our A. So we'll be to the 2nd fret on the 3rd and 2nd string. All right, and then we're back to our B. And this is the 2nd half of the lick. Again, you'll hit the B power chord, and then that note and take off. All right, so the difference here is we do a hammer on and pull off the 2nd time through. So we're going to hit the B power chord, hit that B note, hit the 4th fret and slide up to 6. Hit the 4th fret of the 4th string and then hit 6, pulled off to 4. And then we'll hit 6th fret of the 5th string back to 4 on the 4th. All right, so it'll sound like this. Then we go back again through this whole bridge. Now we'll do this 3 times. This 4th time, basically we're going to go to from a B up to a C sharp and then a D. So we'll do this. All right, and this is taking us out of the bridge into the chorus. All right, so we're coming out of that bridge into the chorus. The chorus I consider starts when we hit that D. Okay, we've come out of that. What I want to mention at this point is, especially in Southern rock guitars and some of that styles, even country, the reason we hit that 4th fret is if you played it this way, you're kind of hitting a root note to a D chord. Okay, and they do that throughout this song with one of the other guitars. So while one is finishing up, the other guitar is coming in and going. All right, so you can do that. Hit your root note on the 4th fret of the 5th string, and then hit a D chord. 3rd root on the 5th string to an A power chord. Okay, so we have our chorus starting out on D to A, all right? And at that point, what we do is come up to B. We'll strike that 3 times. All right, what you'll hear is the other guitar doing a lick, and we'll go over that lick next, because each chorus is different with the licks. So the first chorus lick you'll hear will be this. Okay, now, I'm not playing it correctly there, but he plays this so fastly I can't cross-pick that quickly. But he is cross-picking this, meaning he's hitting that 3rd string at the 9th fret, bending that up, Chuck Berry style, hitting 7, and then 7 on the 1st, or 2nd, then 1st string. Does that a total of 5 times. Then we grab the 10th fret of the 2nd string, bend up, and then hit it again and bend it up. Then they hold that note. Of course, you hear the rest of the guitars going, but you know, if you're a mere human like me, you can just rake those strings. It sounds fine to me. Nobody in the audience would know the difference, but again, us guitar players, you know, if you want to practice that cross-picking, Ben Eller has some great videos on it. I know there's a whole study in how to cross-pick quickly. Something I wish I'd have learned when I was younger or knew about, but being self-taught, I struggled with everything. So, okay, that's the first lick, and then we'll go on to the rhythm from there. So basically what we're going to do for this lick is just slide in from the 6th fret to 7, and then we'll hit it 3 times up and down. The last time we just stopped short because we're going to slide back, come into our root note A, I'm sorry, root note D, root note A, and then root note B. Alright? To like the intro. The only difference is they just play through it once before they come back in with the chords walk down. Okay, so we're back into that swing rhythm for verse 2. We'll do that 4 times, okay? And I think then we're into the bridge number 2. Out this rhythm of the chorus into the next lick. So that last B is where the next lick comes in. But to get there, after we've done this, what we do is our 4th root to a D, then our 3rd root to an A, then we come up to a B power chord, 3 staccato hits, and then we're going to walk right up chromatically with the chords A to A sharp, B, B sharp to C. I'm sorry, B to C sharp, duh. All right, so we'll have this. And then we end up on D, back with our root note to A, and then our B, and that's where you'll hear the other lick come in. Okay, so the second verse and second bridge are the same. When we come out of that bridge into chorus 2, it's just like we started. There'll just be different licks in it, okay? So we'll be coming out, let's see. All right, so that lick, what he does there, he's going to bend the 9th fret of the 3rd string up, catch the 1st string, although it's more of a muted hit if you really listen to this. Then we're going to hit the 2nd string at the 10th fret, pull off to 7, and then we'll come to the 9th fret of the 3rd string to 7, and end up on 9 on the 4th. Then just lay your finger down and on the 3rd string pull off 9 to 7, and then come 9, 7, back to 9 on the 4th string. With a slight slide down. Alright, so that's the first lick you'll hear there. And then they'll go back through the rhythm. The next lick you'll hear this. Alright, so basically we're hitting the 2nd string at the 10th fret with a bend to 1st string at 7 twice. Alright, we'll do that a total of 5 times. Again, we end up with 10 bent, released, and bent again. It's not really released, it's bent, stopped, and then hit from unbent back to bent. Alright? Again, it's so fast, I don't even worry about hitting that second or the 1st string twice. I just... It's just extremely quick. And again, I'm sure there's a lot of players out there much better than me. That's how you really do it. For those as good as me, which I'm sure most of you are, you can play that just singly. And then we're back into... Okay, so coming out of that bridge... Alright, we're just going to do our root notes out. Root note, 4th string, 5th fret to D. 3rd fret, 5th string to A. And then 3rd fret of the 6th string to E. And then you'll hear, I don't know if you want to call this a tag. I just said the lead intro because this takes us into the lead. And it's another different rhythm. So we'll go over the licks and what they're doing as far as rhythm in this. Alright, since I'm zoomed in, I'm going to go into the lead intro, the notes that they're playing, and then we'll go over what they're doing, because there is a rhythm underneath this. But the actual notes will sound like this. So what we're doing there, to start out with, it's going to be over the E. We're going to hit an E power chord just on the 5th and 4th string, 7 and 9. Then we're going to take the 9th fret of that 5th string, slide it up to 11, then hit 9 and 11 on the 4th string. And then we're going to go 9, 11, pulled back off to 9 on the 3rd string. End up on 11 on the 4th string. Alright, so we have this. Then we go down, skip a string to the 2nd string at 12, and then catch the third string at 9. So second string 12, and third string at 9. Okay, the next lick will start off on D and be basically the same. Alright, we're going to start out exactly the same, hitting the power chord, sliding up this time from 7 to 9. After we pull off and end up on 9, okay, then we're going to hit on that same 4th string 7. Then we'll end up on the 5th string at 5. So all together that lick will sound like this. Okay, so it's a little bit different than this first one. That's the same. Alright, it's what we do after that. Then we go to an A power chord, and then what we're going to do is go 4 to 2 on the 3rd and 4th string, and end up on 4 on the 5th string. Then we skip right to the 6th string at the 3rd fret, and then 2nd fret of the 5th string, and then 3 sliding to 4. It's almost like a circus thing, or an old jazz thing. Alright, so we have this. And then we're coming back to our E. So from the A, alright, now we're going to come back to our E, start the lick the same with our slide in. We're going to hit 9, 11 on the 4th string, and then we're going to hit the power chord E with the dyad, just two notes on the 4th and 3rd string one time. You'll feel like you want to hit it twice, and I've seen it taught like they hit it twice. But it's once. Because the next time you're going to hit a down, up, down, you'll hit it 3 times. And then back to the 8th fret and slide into 9. Alright, so you have this. Alright, one more time. Alright, then we start that E lick all over again to the D lick. Our A lick's the same. The difference here is we're going to hit an open 4th and 3rd string, and then we're going to pull off from the 2nd fret, the 3rd and 4th string from 2 to open, end up on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. So with the A and the G, and then you're going to land on the 6th string at the 2nd fret, and then pull that down and give it some vibrato before a slow release. I'm going to take you all through that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, while that is going on and all those notes, there's a rhythm underneath it. Again, there's 3 guitars. So this rhythm, what I found interesting is they're playing E to D to A to G to E, but they're adding the 6-string root over it. So our E will carry the B on the 6th string. It really fills out this chord and gives it a lot of movement for those notes to follow. So our E will be with a B over it. Just move that down a full step. We'll do that with D over A. Then we'll just come to a A power chord. Then a G power chord. And then an E. The second time through, of course, a little different. Same chords to start out with. When they get to the G, what they'll do is just go to that 2nd fret, give that a bend, and then a release. So they're kind of following that lead guitar where he's into the... So you'll hear that real prominent when they're doing that rhythm. So again, I've written this down. All right, we're into the solo next. I'm going to go through each section for you. Of course, it's written out. We'll start out with the actual rhythm, and I'll show you all the little pieces. Okay, the rhythm of the lead. We'll do 4 measures of E, 4 measures of D, 1 measure of A, 1 measure of G, and then 2 measures of E. So it'll sound like this. That's 1 measure. Next measure. That E, of course, is different. We're going to hit 1 measure of it. Then we're going to strike that 6th string 3, pull down, hitting the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Then we come right back up to the E power chord, to 4, the 6th of it, back to E power chord. Then they go through that. So how many times? 6 times. That rhythm will go through 6 times. Of course, I've written it out. We'll go over the solo next. Okay, here's the first section of the lead, slowed way down. I'm going to play with it, and then we'll break it down for you. So we're starting out Chuck Berry style. Basically, we're going to hit that 14th fret of the 3rd string, bend up. We'll hit 12 on the 2nd and 1st string the very first time together. The next 4 times will be individually 2nd and 1st string. Then we're going to take 15 bend, and then we'll bend it again, and then hit it unbent to 12. Then we'll go to the 15th fret of the 1st string, bend, release, and pull off to 12. To 15 on the 2nd fret, back to 12, 15 on the 2nd string, to 12 on the 1st string. Let me just take it from the beginning. Now we go to 15 on the 2nd string, hit that twice. The 3rd time we'll hit it, pull off to 12. hit 14 on the third string to 12 on the third and second string. And then he slides down. Okay, so we have this. Then we'll do that third and second string twice, and then twice again. The second time he hits that 12, he goes right into this lick. Alright, so basically we're going 15 to 13 to 12, second string, back to 13 and 12. To 14 on the third string to 12, 14 on the fourth string. Back to 12 on the third, 14 to 12 on the fourth. 14 on the fifth, and then 12 on the fourth. So slowly, I'll hit that last 12. Okay, and then what we're going to do is hit the fourth and third string twice, 3 sets. And then the last one will be second string at 12, third string at 14, bend up. We'll do that twice and slide off. Alright, so that whole first section again together. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to start out on the third string open. After we hear that, you hit the open third string twice, and then we're going to hit the second fret of that third string with a bend and a slow release. Then we go to open 2, open on the third string. Then we come to the fourth string 2, back to the third string, open 2, open. Then we come to the fourth string 2, open 2. Then we go to the fifth string, open 2, open. Then we hit the second fret of the sixth string with a bend and a release, back to 2. Then we come in with this. So we're going to come in from open 6th to the second fret, open 5th, and then open to hammer on to the second fret of the fourth string, and then there's a slight pause and you'll hear it do 2 more hammer-ons on that fourth string, and just a slide off. So from that pull down, okay, then what we do is we're going to come up to the 12th fret. So now we come up to this 12th fret, we're going to slide into it on the first and second string and hit it again. And then we're going to do kind of a page lick. We'll hit 15 on the first string, pulled off to 12, and hitting 12 on the second string. Do that again. So we have this. Then what we're going to do is kind of continue that, but on the second string. We'll hit 15, pull up to 12, and hit 12 again. Then we're going going to hit 15 with a bend, and then 15 a bend and release to 12 twice. Alright, so all together. Now we hit 12 individually on the second string. Now, this next lick is really tricky because it's extremely fast. But what he's doing, after we hit that 12 on the second string twice, it's kind of a lead in. And we're going to do something very similar to that page lick. But when we hit the second string, we're going to slide it up 1/2 step. Then that'll take us into the next position. So so that starts out 15, 12, 12 to 13. At this point, we'll be at 16 to 13, hitting 13 on the second string up to 14. Until you get to the second string at 15, then we're going to go all the way up to 22 with 2 bends. Alright, so we have this. Alright, we'll go over the third section here, slowed way down, and then I'll show you what we're doing. Alright, great lick. It's just an ascending triplet. We're going to start out on the 12th fret on the 6th string, back to 10 and 12. Then we're going to move down to 10 on the 5th string, back to 12 on the 6th. Back to 10, 12, 10 on the 5th. Then we'll take 12, slide it up to 14. And then we continue on with 12 on the 4th string to 14 on the 5th string. Alright, so we have this so far. Then we come back to the 4th string, 12, 14 twice. To the 3rd string, 12, back to 4th string, 14. Back to the 3rd string, 12, 14 twice. 12 on the 2nd string to 14, back to 12 on the 1st string to end this kind of first walk up. I'm sorry. Alright, so let me go through that slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. At that point, we're going to kind of do a page movement again. We're going to hit 14, bend up on the 3rd string, catch 12 on the 1st string to 15, 12 on the 2nd string, and 14 on the 3rd string. Come back to 12 on the 2nd string, 14 on the 3rd string, 12 on the 2nd. Alright, so this. Then we're going to hit 15 and then 15 again, bend up with a release then to 12. And then we'll hit 15 and then 15 with a bend and release again to 12, back to 15. At that point, we'll go to 12 on the 1st string to 15, bend up, and then 15 unbent. So we have this. Then we're going to start another walk. This will be up. We're going to hit 15, pull off to 12, back to 15 on the 2nd string. 12 on the 1st, and then 15 to 12 pulled off twice on the 2nd string. third string 14, first string 12, and then 14 pulled off to 12 on the third string twice. We'll end up on 14 on the fourth string, and then we're going to do 14, 12 from the third to fourth string twice. And this is kind of starting a little rhythm or melody. It'll sound like this. So that da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, it's 14 and then 12 on the third, back to 14 on the fourth. And then hold 14, slight pause, and then we'll hit 12, 14 twice again. Then we're going to start another little walk down, but we'll still end on 12 to 14 on that fourth string. So we'll go third string 12 to fourth string 14, 12, 14, 12, and back to the fifth string 14, fourth string 12. 14 on the fifth string, and then we're going to end up on that 14 from 12 on the fourth string. Alright, I know it's a lot of notes, but let me take it from that takeoff with the 15 pulled off to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can hear that little melody that he throws in this lead. Beautiful, beautifully done. Coming up, there's even another beautiful section that I really enjoy. So that's the third section of the lead. We'll go over the fourth next. Alright, this is the last section of the lead proper, and then we'll be into the harmony, which the guitars play again in the harmony. And honestly, that's the easiest part of this lead. But let's go through this next section. I'll do it way slowed down and play with it, and then we'll go over it. So we're going to start again with a walk up. This time we're going to begin on the 7th fret of the 5th string to 9 on the 6th. Back to 7, and then 7, 9, 7 on that 5th string. So we have this. When we hit 9, we're going to slide to 11, and then hit 9, 11 from the 4th to the 5th string. So you'll have this. Then we come back to 9, 11 twice. 9 on the 3rd string, back to 11 on the 4th string. 9, 11 twice on the 3rd string. 9 on the 2nd to 11 on the 3rd. Back to 9 on the 2nd string. Now we're going to start this little melody. We're going to pull off from 10 to 9 on the 2nd string, hit 9 on the 3rd string. Then we'll use the 12th fret to pull off to 9, hitting 9 on the 3rd string. So that 9 on the 3rd string for a little while becomes our pedal note. Back to 10. Back to 12. Then we're going to hit 9 again on that 2nd string. Alright, a lot of notes there. Follow me slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. At that point, we're going to take off again with kind of a page lead. We'll bend the 11th fret on the 3rd string up, catching 9 on the 1st, to 12, pulled off to 9 on the second. Then we'll go to the third string, 11 to 9 with a little vibrato. Then we catch 11 on the fourth string to 9 on the third string. That sets us up for this. We're going to take the first string at 12, bend that up, and then hit it unbent. Then we're going to pull off from 12 to 9, hitting 12 on the second string. 9 on the first string, 12 pulled off to 9 on the second string. Then we're going to hit 12 again, pulled off to 9 to 11 on the third string. 9 on the second string, 11 pulled off to 9 twice. 11 on the fourth string to 9 on the third. 11 pulled off to 9 on the fourth, hitting 9 again. This starts that melody. And the melody, we start out with just one pull off and hit of the 9 below. But the next one will be a pull off from 11 to 9, but then hitting 11 again before we go to the third string at 9. Which I do that 3 times. So the first time through, second time and third and fourth. Alright, so let's take all of that together because I love this section of the lead. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the harmony lead. Alright, so we're on to the harmony part of the lead, which frankly I feel is the easiest part. There's 3 measures and they're played twice through. So I'm going to play through it slowed down. I'll do the first harmony lead and then the first 3 measures, and the second 3 measures I'll switch up to the second harmony lead, and then we'll go over them for you. Alright. So the first harmony, what you'll hear, we're going to be at the 9th position, and he's going to basically be playing between the 2nd and 3rd string in the 9th and 10th fret. Alright, so to start it out with, we'll hit 10, bend and release, 2nd string, then we hit 9 on the 2nd string to 9 on the 3rd string. We'll do that 3 times. The next time we'll just hit 10 bent twice. And then we'll start it again. Now, the 3rd time through, we're going to hit it twice. Then we go up to the 12th fret of the 2nd string, bend it up, and then bend it twice and unbent once. Then we go into this lick, which is really the 4th measure. So the first guitar will do this. Alright, so what we're doing there is we're going to start out on the 9th fret of the 2nd string, hit 12, pull back off to 9. Then we go to 11 on the 3rd, back to 9 on the 2nd. 11 on the 3rd, pulled off to 9 twice. 11 on the 4th to 9 on the 3rd. 11 pulled off to 9 twice on the 4th. 11 on the 5th, and end on 9 on the 4th. Alright, that's the first harmony guitar, and that'll repeat. Again. The second harmony guitar is actually even easier. We're going to take the 2nd string, we'll move up to the 12th position. Alright, we're going to take the 2nd string, 15, bend and release to 12 twice. And then we'll hit 15 twice bent. Now we'll do 15 to 12 twice. Then we move up to 17. So we're going to hit bent once, and then bent twice, and then unbent. Now when we start this walk down lick, we'll change positions. Again, I'm watching them live. You know, you could do this. You could do it that same note. That E is our E at the 12th. But I notice they move up to 17. And then they go to this 9th position. 1st string. Alright? So we'll do our walk up the strings from 9 here. So we'll hit 9. And then pull off from 12 back to 9. Hit 9 on the 2nd string back to 9. Then we hit 12 to 9, pulled off twice. 2nd string. 3rd string, 11 to 9. 3rd string, pulled off to 9 twice. 4th string, 11. And end on 3rd string, 9. So that is the harmony guitar parts. So like I said, we're into the last bridge. You know that we start the 3rd chorus, and of course our licks are different here. So the first lick you'll hear in the chorus, it'll sound like this. So what we're going to do at the 5th fret, we're going to hit the 2nd string, slide up to 7, catch 7 on the 1st string, back to 7 on the 2nd, and 7 on the 1st. So again, these are individual notes. And then what we're going to do is a real great blues move. We're going to hit 7 on the 3rd string, hammer on to 8. Then hit 7 on the 2nd string. Then come back to 8 on the 3rd to 9 on the 4th string. Alright, so we have this. Alright. Yeah, so after that lick, that 3rd chorus lick, that's the only lick you'll hear in that chorus, They stop there and he says, yup, up, yeah. And we're going to finish out the song from there. So after he stops on that B, we're going to come back in with our D to A and then end it with an E chord lick, let's call it. So, up, yeah. And then you'll hear the actual closing lead. So, what we're doing there is we're coming in with our 5th root at the 4th string to D, our 3rd root at the 5th string to A, then an E power chord twice, and then the 3rd time we'll come back to 5, 6, 7. And then we do what I call big E. So we're going to hit the 6th string open, we'll be at the 7th fret on the 5th string, the 4th and 3rd at 9, and the 1st and 2nd open. Okay, so we have this. And then we'll go over the closing guitar lead and you'll have the whole song. Alright, to end the song, you'll hear this closing lead. So what we're doing there, 5 pull off to 3 to open and then open twice. Do that again. Then we're going to pull off 5 to 3 to open, but we're going to hit open on the 2nd string. And that'll lead us into 5, 3, open on the 2nd string, and then twice open. So all together we have this. Then we move to the 3rd string. We'll play 4 pulled off to 2 to open, and then open twice. We'll do that twice. Then we're going to pull off from 2 to open twice on the 3rd string. Same thing on the 4th string. 5th string, we'll do that 3 times and then hit the open 5th string. Then we're going to hit the open 6th string to the 2nd fret, hammered on and bent. And then just an E power chord. Alright, so all together very slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's the whole song. I really hope that helps everybody. Great song to play. Again, Rip Station. I put a link below it. It's free. Download it. There's videos on YouTube how to use it. That's what I've used here to slow this down and play you these sections of the lead and learn this song. Great piece of software. So I really hope everyone enjoys.